Mamunya Kwaba, another beautiful time on Yansa TV. We mysteries that I'm there now, and I'm doing come on. And they fat ya boy. Send you bit me. Who nipa wo. Who are you? Where why? Bra bringing us a channel. I don't know. I receive a lot of calls from people trying to answer. Hey, I'm a tired power YouTube. Hey, who here you know? And some that's not. Hey, yeah, what the other interview for me? Pay back. Oh, papa, no, my call. And I tell them that. It's something that I don't do because the onye papa ma ono, onye papa ma obi. The onye papa ma ono, so they will be best. Therefore, know yourself. That alone is enough to aid you to know where to go and where not to go.
That's true.
So I do a lot of counseling. And I charge for that because when I listen to you, I will know specifically. Say no, you need to start from here and this one. Go and do this search. After this, do this. Then the person will handle that portion for you. I'm talking about knowing yourself. Who are you? I know that Metna Krubia so under the sun. Maybe you have me cramp because South Africa, I feel at home. I feel comfortable. Everything is good for me. When I leave this country, and yes, South Africa, not New York, and then New York, Australia, and specifically, I know where I am supposed to be. So, who are you? Who am I? How will you know yourself? And then who come on the media? I want to understand. I want to know because I'm not for space now, baby. I'm not for Tonkoko, no Kotombi. I'm not for Tombanche. Was a minute, Fufu, Chamba, baby. Why are you doing this? Because you are doing other people. You're not doing you. I'll be right back as we dive deeper into this conversation. Very important. Malam go to and Jane. No, I won't come on. The base, yeah. Gold Figure Transport and Engineering Services. She nano Kamensha Gold Figure Transport and Engineering Services and Kadie Jeme. She omudi ufrom sisi say upa bo say quarry dust, quarry stone, and na say upe building materials and temparam the amount. She kwakukra kache me say na daya wosi no na wonse den kutesika nanso uchichi sika kakra for building materials ebreso ye na no enom de nyina brenene wasini da etima ne ho adwono. Gold Figure Transport and Engineering Services omo trucks. Welcome back. Man, I want to say
Alhamdulillah,
Bibi Aboko.
Alhamdulillah.
That's who change your own how.
Well,
Bibi Aboko there.
Alhamdulillah.
That's an uncommon dear. Mesrona, me pese yehuno. When it comes to the Islamic faith, when it comes to the religious faith, most people don't know who they are. They go to church, they go to the mosque, they go to wherever, but then life is still tough for them. They only live on hope. The person nya daje maye. The bema brabo I so simple a mind is to know who we are. You can say knowing yourself and what it is.
Well, him say you ask na e ho no. Nyagopon obi agitum say nyagopon na boy. Nipa desani ene emu niam nyina e wo wiase. Ana nyagopon ansa na no e ba ne nipa mu ene ahohomu a. Nyagopon dikan ba ahohomu. He created the spirit 2000 years back before time. And the spirit call us, they call us what? Strangers in this world. Because they were here, they know inside out of this what? World. They call us the strangers.
Home free strangers.
Yes, because they were here before us.
You too know, Papa.
They know everything inside out of this world. So they take control. So if you can testify, or if you won't doubt me, this this world is controlled by 90 something, even 99% of this world is controlled by spiritual movement.
Yeah.
Yes, it's controlled by spiritual movement.
I know. So
you yourself, within you are a spirit. So what must you do to know that you are a spirit?
Okay.
That's why we have this the soul, the body, and we have one called a Karine. We have one called Karina.
Okay.
So within you have three things, just like you have the blood, water, flesh, and let's say the body is your flesh.
So yes. The spiritual part, you have all those things.
You have all those things. And for you to know what we are in this world, or your purpose in this world, you must to first know the kind of person you are.
Talk to us.
Well, to know the kind of person you are, you have to know you have to know your type, yourself in the spiritual realm, and you have to know yourself also in the physical world. As I'm talking to you now, we have many people, almost 99% of this world, people know themselves physically than knowing themselves in the spiritual realm.
Okay, so physically we know.
Yes.
I like this, I don't do this.
Yes. The same thing applies in the spiritual realm. Because every human being has an element. And do you know the kind of element you have?
I know.
Yes. Maybe someone doesn't know. I know the kind of element I have. And I know what my element wants and doesn't want. And for the first time, if you get to know the kind of element you have, you know what the element wants and what the element doesn't want. What the element can do and what the element cannot do. You see? So the first thing you must know is knowing yourself spiritually. That's the most important thing in your life. As I'm sitting here, I know if I want to be a carpenter, it won't go well with me. If I want to be a businessman, it won't go well with me. Some person here, you may be a man for Brea, who be fees or be one will be Tom Bessanias canteen, who go be and farm and no spirit in co. One will be a banker, and 2 persons could be a banker and farm mount. And they say ultimate study who share a consult will be a bit much out the kind of element or what end the element, depend element in pet. What yet your element different types.
Talk to us. What are they?
Obidia a and swo. Obidia area. Obedient from like different. Have you ever asked yourself about your element? Do you know the kind of element you have? You don't know. The first thing you have to know is to know the kind of element you have and what the element wants and then what the element doesn't want. Because sometimes there are some certain things that when we do, it suppresses the energy of an element. And when your element is down or doesn't have any strength, it can be controlled by any evil force.
So first tell us the elements. Elements in the end of the day, nothing.
Element no, you will different. That's an American boy. Obi de ensu. Obi area. Obi enframa. You will different. Ana uyo obi na utiem na wo abrochira. You different type of knowing your element. Obroni e wo kwan afaso e de hwe e de hu ni element. Nti uyo bibini na okaso ko use obroni kwan e de ahwe element a force. Amo mo correct results. Before you are quite a fast element. Some Arabs element. When you come to the Indians, they also have a way of detecting their elements. So if you're a black person, you can never use any way to detect elements.
Why not? Me a black man and use iPhone.
Because our heritages are different.
Me a black man and fire phone and the picture the same. The chabronia the same. Color resolution be a mess and so a bad of the so why? Because I'm finding idea and I'm
Kasano, color can a physical side now can spiritual side. Man, I'm catch it Unim, your traditions, your money, your mamma money different. Our traditions are different from the other side. We the blacks, we have our different tradition. The Indians have their different tradition. The Arabs also have their different tradition, and even the whites. You see, so you cannot do anything in common. We are in the same spiritual world, but living with the various type of spirits.
Okay, so
yes,
the way India for me, Uber trial has
emfa. Obroni beye, ubet ye broni dini bi emfa. Obroni su beye odini bi emfa. So you have a different way of detecting your element. So someone will call you. I know my element. You call him. How you call her? How did you know? Oh, I use this thing. Abrofu kwa mse kapiriko se den bi odi bi from. And you're right.
It is right to them.
Anything I who say, okay. Yes, my element is spirit. My element is water. Not wrong information anymore. They gave you wrong information, but you accepted. Oh, my element is water, and you'll be doing some things to it
related to water.
To water, while it won't go well with you.
Because fire.
You see, so you have the right, to do it in the African way to detect the right information about you, because. So element now, if you get to know the right element that you have, that's when you get to know the kind of work you do, the kind of relationship you will be, the kind of area you can stay, and you know how to talk, and you know what to eat, and what to not eat. Because there are some food that suppresses the energy of the element.
Okay, so ni ani bi nyama so yemfa when so person fire energy no one nya time na yensua ho dia, then we can have a look at that. So be person me hunu me ho. Na me to na ma ba ho so be say me sure of who I am.
Okay.
You're mentioning you need to understand me energy. I could tell me either say water, say fire, say earth, say air. I need to understand. I say eat and I said I need to get to understand it.
Okay, so
but then see be hwehwa. Now, say me here now, here, mommy. No man, you say the right way to search for it. I might be giving the wrong information.
Yes,
that's what you mean.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So obi ho. Your coin baby so I fast the obi adi na ejuma. Me say so ho, if you come to me and you want me to do what? To do a spiritual background check on you. There are some things that I will request from you. And if you want, I can mention
which is
things.
No, you can mention
yes.
it.
I will first need your name.
Which is very important.
Yes, your date of birth.
Very important.
You see, your mother's name. I don't use father's name because your mother knows that. Everyone can testify that that's your mom because she gave birth to you.
To you. Yes.
So I use your mother's name.
Okay.
To detect your real elements. After that, let's say as I'm talking to you now, your element hasn't. I don't have to bother your element while not I do and asking permission from it.
Okay.
So we have something that we call spiritual division.
Okay.
I have to do that. Amambre. I do when I'm done with that, then I'll do this spiritual background check and I'll tell you, because sometimes our element that we have or the problem that we face in this life, it sometimes comes from our family members. The problems we are facing.
Okay.
Sometimes it comes from our family members. Sometimes it comes from our friends that we roll with. Because no one wants you to succeed than your mother or your father, your parent. Your parents are the only people who want you to be more than them. The friends you roll with, they sometimes envy you. So the problems you face, or it comes from the way you talk, the way you explain your things to them, they can cause the problems on you. Sometimes you yourself, you are the cause of your own problem. Yes. You are the cause of your own problem. So I have to do this background check and get to know where your problems are coming from.
What exactly are you checking? Not necessarily the name. Are you checking my genes? Are you checking from where I came from in the dimension? I want to understand what you're checking.
What I'm checking is I'm scanning all of your body.
Spiritually,
yes. That's what I'm doing.
I wish I am on the scan.
You see?
Yes.
When you go to the hospital, we have something, they say X-ray or something.
Yes, we have CT scans, we have a lot of scans to do.
They want to see what the eyes cannot see. But the computer can do what? Reveal for them to see it. So when you come to me, I must first look at what is wrong with you. What is bothering you? What is the parallel of your problem? When I get to know all that, then I will tell you this. We did this, you did this, or this. The problems you are facing are not from you, but it's from your forefathers. The problem you are facing is from your family, but I don't mention names. No. But I'll make you understand that it's from your family. It's from your friends that you roll with. So learn how to do what? To work with your friends. That's when I'm done, then I'll get to tell you the kind of element you have. And then after that, I'll tell you what the element wants, what the element doesn't want. The kind of work you have to do, the kind of work you shouldn't do, the kind of places you should be, the kind of places you shouldn't be. Because just like we are here, you are allergic to some things.
Exactly.
Yes. The same thing applies in the spiritual realm too. There are some things that you need to not to be touching.
Okay. So before you continue, you've mentioned the elements to us and the searches for you to go into it and be sure.
Yes.
So the first point is that you have to do a search of the element of the person.
Yes.
Where you don't want to miss it, so you want to be sure that that is what the person carries.
Yes.
That's the most important thing.
Yes.
People go and just say, let me see your date of birth. You are fire. You are this. So your own goes beyond that to be sure.
I make sure that I'll go into details.
What if I don't know my mother?
Well, sometimes it goes. I would need your name and your picture and your date of birth. That would be okay.
So what are you using to check? Is it spiritual eyes?
We have two things.
You see the thing.
I don't use that. We have the Isabi and Torabi, which is we have the Karos. Or what's the name?
The carries
or something. And we have the sun on too.
Oh.
But I use the sun
to
check. You see, that's why I told you it will be very difficult for a white person to use a sun to detect your element. It will
they'll use the pendulum.
And that's not your way.
That's why you have the pendulum. Pendulum will talk.
Let me tell you, sir, just like with the skins, these skins, we have different types. With the blacks, we have, one of my friends said something, God created all the 3 colors. We have the albino, the white and the black. And we have different ways of detecting the element. That's just like I said. So as a black person, you can never tell me that you want to use the white man's way to detect your elements.
No. That's what you believe, and
that's
how you
do it is. If you ask any spiritualist, he will tell you.
So when you find out that I am fire, will it be based on the qualities of fire, or you go deep into myself and myself will tell you what I don't like and I like?
Let me tell you something. You can.
I just don't know how it works.
You can be a fire, and I can also be a fire element. But there may be some things that doesn't go with you, and there may be some things that doesn't go with me too. Some things might go with me, and some things same things cannot go with you. Yes, you can be fire element, the same both, but there will be some differences.
I get it.
I hope you understand what I mean.
Yeah,
yes, because you might be fire. You were born on Monday. I might be fire. I was born on Thursday. Definitely, there will be different ways.
Even fire, the date of birth is not the same.
It's not the same. The name is not the same.
So what do you use to detect that? You go into the person's fire element and be sure for him.
Yes.
Wow.
That's why I need those details: your name, your date of birth, and your mom's name. Because firstly, what is very important is your date of birth. To get to know your.
What is so unique about date of birth?
Yes, because if you ask those who use time, you see, in this world, anything we do is by time. I want us one day. I would like one day we will treat on a topic like that. You see, it's a time thing. If the time crashes, that's when you hear car bobi. That's when you hear car accident, because time na depend if you na also the the same thing. So it crashes. Into one day, remember I treat this our topic, you know.
It's fine.
That's it. Until you say, oh, what? Just tell them okay, me say, oh, bami hosia. May sa background check nansa. And sana my name, my mo nipa oye. No man who juma mayama, because element beer, every element has a work that goes with it. If you are fire element, I cannot do a wind element work for you. I have to do exact firework. And within that firework, I have to know which one will go, because you have even the fire element, the work that we have for the fire element, we have different types. So I will again do that background check and get what will go with you, your element, and then I can do for you, because that's why my work doesn't have any side effects, because I take my time to do my background check and get to know the exact work I'll do on you for you to prosper. Because my brother, God never created anyone to suffer. God never created anyone to come and face what stress.
I get it.
Yes, it depends on how you live your life, your spiritual life. We have people who are careless, who doesn't believe that they're a spirit. But as I'm talking to you now, you are a spirit. Every human being on earth is a spirit. Even the dogs and the goats are spirit, because there's soul in them. They have souls in them, right?
So how beneficial would me identifying who I am through my elements be? If I saw them pan and was so me what brand me scattered that. Go ahead.
Otina say over we are saying now. What to say is a guy we know will scapa bande. The obi di kroni bi.
Obi brace.
Obi ono. Answer na we are saying near bibia to amandada. So what I say? Before he was born, he inherited everything he is enjoying now. Yes, until we inherit here, fine. You may be enjoying it, but on himself, we have a spirit called Alkarin. A very deadly spirit called Alkarin. Yes, and they make themselves with the witchcraft work. They are very dangerous and 10 times stronger than the witchcraft. And do you know how they work?
No.
They can choose to be in your life for several years. You will never notice, but they will be gradually damaging you. You see, ombe say o kakra say omo ye ne buma na wadwe baba so ombe say o kakra ntina obe so obu a yeso o companies ana wo ndwuma bebre ade be chi no ate say we asay ade be chi na we asay na niam start ekofom ntina omo destroy you gradually. Obe ka say we dey we den opa ewiasim ha obi owo ska, no matter who you are in this world, you still have a problem.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. Ebi a wo de sikasem nya wo problem ba wo problem bi she baby. Ah, problem no bet ma grow out affect to sikasem.
Wow. So identify myself. How will it benefit me?
It's very, very good to identify yourself. Just like I said, if you know yourself, you know where to go and where to not go. Where to do what the kind of work to do. Mama can say, "Obi or what?" Just start here. Me can say, I said something before because you saw someone selling salt at the market and making money. So you also want to do what? Do the same thing. Maybe that work goes with his elements.
Okay.
Say Jumano and his element no energy on your say Jumano Eman Edenico.
Let's say Juma understand your element.
Yeah, element because then now or element they all depends on the element you have.
Your time, Bobo near my element me try me about. Okay. Na list near my element munti I say element okay. I'll be right back after this break. Hey, Madam Kweru and matching her. You have to really discover yourself. Self-discovery is something that you need to journey. It will take you years or whatever. You still have to find it out. I'll be right back.
Gold Figure Transport and Engineering Services. She nano kamensha Gold Figure Transport and Engineering Services and kadie yeme. She omudi from sisi say opa bo say quarry dust, quarry stone, and na say ope building materials and temparam the amount. She kwakukura kache me say na daya wo sie no na won hye den kutesika nanso ochichi sika kakra for building materials ebreso ye na no enom de nyina brenene wasini da etima ne ho adwono. Gold Figure Transport and Engineering Services omo trucks akese a ehwe anua ne brewa help ye ne ho ombo so da form ball call usika ne no so kakra na ombebo mo asudan ya asum gym. Gold Figure mo ye number 1 per blocks types ahodo nyina bi o hia bia frey. Gold Figure ye number 1 frey number no
Tabri wetie fi wiem pii no obu bie chiera no a na pom jintra kanena ne na nanom ho ahan nubra nyini ebom ye friend said dido sa dido ni gi na Dr. Saba abri wetie no na anu no mu enne otin din Sabash Kobites koko bia ba oni pedua mu esese wonya Sabash Kobites frame 050 006 4000 open phone num Obama bofano for any abafo yin fi jedu mienu. It was Sabash Kobites of herbal and over the counter FDA approval number 23K42. Sabash Kobites is hopoti. Sabash Kobites ebi bidro die unya de no abrewan sa no. FDA say be nka to yimu ajatu.
Gold Figure Transport and Engineering Services. She nano kamensha Gold Figure Transport and Engineering Services and kadie yeme. She omudi from sisi say opa bo say quarry dust, quarry stone, and na say ope building materials and temparam the amount. She kwakukura kache me say na daya wo sie no na won hye den kutesika nanso ochichi sika kakra for building materials ebreso ye na no enom de nyina brenene wasini da etima ne ho adwono. Gold Figure Transport and Engineering Services omo trucks akese a ehwe anua ne brewa help ye ne ho ombo so da form ball call usika ne no so kakra na ombebo mo asudan ya asum gym. Gold Figure mo ye number 1 per blocks types ahodo nyina.
Welcome back. Madam Kweru biaboko. Ene de o ma mi hu me ho say enye say me ko hwe me ho na ye bibi bia just finding out the truth about yourself.
Yes, who you
and
are.
not making mistake in a search.
Yes. Ntin on say na na me kan no say say utu anamon de me kan wa no e bia na wako baby ma obi akasa wo yese na wo da to a make sure you be page new person na utu anamon akoho akonfirm me ahwe because your element na me kan no you different say na me kan you so we have the fire element, you have the water element obi wo ho a oye opeso ohun so oye ja me kan briefly kitwe bi a kire no obi a oye eja element no onye obi an hojo oye very strong like oye gidigidi what I say obi obetma hu akwala bi Yes, on jai.
Like you
yes. Mainly 90% HLS or fire element.
Okay. The basa.
A basa no to an I confirm it.
I assure
say a no ana.
If you gonna have people being achieved to us,
yes, I know. Until o confirm ya. O hono bet me who say okay, so fire element there. Then SME then SME ma akwala and na me ankasa po then SME ya ebe ma me hwa den ma tumpo ana manya so mfaso. Yobu a okita nsuo ne kra edi ne nsuo kra da ne nsuo nsuo ne den obi ho ana asem nya den oye kom san krofo so tasisi omo ngom kita fire element water element no ye tasisi om pa ba omo so na omo ka asem a edi echiri nti ubetuma hu obi se sa obi o sa na kom san so na nya sa element ne bi what ma say obi na be ya na bi
osiar ko fire na na afin o za to be calm
can on nya fire water element.
I get it.
Nti uyo obi a bi a o feel sanema, if you are someone who feels someone like that, you have to confirm, go to a place, go search for a genuine person. I'm not saying you should come to me. If you have faith in me, you can come, no problem, because we are here to teach and let you know what is going on in this world. But find a place where you have faith in and do a background check and get and confirm.
Some passe or
I am passe, or it is true that yes, I'm a water element before you can take any action. Because sometimes you might see those signs, but not unyasa. That must say, very good. So between among. As some mimic about element, you say, no problem. No more to me a slave MOB. Oh, nejumum. Oh, element okitao. Because only me juma oyenti. No be juma under someone for so many years. You will never prosper.
Okay.
Yes. Because emphasis nipano juma na nipane ya na enu element nko. Obi to make us my juma sa me juma we are end of the month me who's can nyina no so any so. Because then uye ejuma na di money pano ana ejuma bia obi aye o wiase bia na say hu say obi obi bia ejuma bia na be brain almost 90% om dia de share as why ejuma o ma bia ejuma no ye hu ma di bia ejuma na ukoto obi ejuma mu wahu na say hu na gita wo no ene ejuma no hu no nkwa you will become a slave to that work, to that company. That's why sometimes you may be working all day throughout the month to be we after say next cano onya ska won sem because you've been paid dues in the spiritual realm to that spirit that holds the company. And to say getting to know yourself no broad where to go and where to not go. Even so uni mu hokra who say adwuma we won some because unim ukoya wow fan kan kombra what I say you have to know yourself. Knowing yourself is the main purpose of thing that you have to know in your life is to know your element.
So you don't just think that this person said this and that is all because I went online, pick dates, fixing the date, apps like that, and you give me you are fired this. If you see this, you are this. You should be sure.
Every black person shouldn't believe in those things. I've already said that our tradition is different from the others. So consult a spiritualist, a very genuine spiritualist, for him to check for you, to know the exact element you have. And those elements, we have let's say wind element. We have wind element which goes with the same thing. We have the same wind element which goes with doesn't go with the same thing. Yes. Yo obu as one person can say obu okita nsuo element. Ade obeye no. Usu kita the same nsuo element. O ya enye yi. Anything that is important say ube very sure about your element okita.
Wow.
Yes.
Again, I the emu after names no. O catch me say mo ba na emu.
Yeah, yo enwa ho. Ana sebi obi a owo oye huhum dwuma bia e huhum ode ejuma.
Okay.
Obi a huhum dwuma bia everyone.
And ya huhum shadow enim.
Yeah, wo huhum yes, huhum shemu. Because the ten na me kan no. Nyangopon on ebo huhum a use we ase nyina.
Okay.
Nyangopon bo and he created the angels.
That could be so dear no.
You
don't
have the spiritual eyes to see.
Who says so? Are you in my eyes?
You see, sometimes no, the spirit which is in me might be stronger than yours. And what I can detect, when you detect it must cause something that was no good. That's why. Just like I was saying, God created the angels. He created Rahman.
I'm a thief for Craig. I'm going to buy.
Oh yes, nipa there. But two sides.
I get it.
There are some things that you can do, I can never do it.
Perfect. So let's see. I am basically doing this because people have to discover.
Yes.
Until we discover, we can never recover.
Never, recover.
Challenging is people are not recovering because they don't know what is the problem.
Yes.
The moment you know the problem, recovering becomes very easy.
Okay.
So I am happy, sir, what taking you through this.
Okay.
For you to sum up, me too and among I could be off to do this search. What are the red flags?
Okay, red flags. I said, says na maybe the candy catcher on me oba me hwa. I would never ask for your maybe oba menchen. There was some near maybe or maybe so enya kwan mu because obi o nyame adwuma bia no on cast up moja e dey adwuma on pay human part bia mfa adwuma what am I say ndi so wo ko obi ho akoseki for consultants na nipa na request something beyond your strength na just say enye papa beyond your strength ni say obeto maka ko fa nipa part we bra ko fa si bra enye na kwan mu oba ye wo nkrofo bebre ho a omo di moja nipa moja na adwuma.
Hey.
Yeah, we have yes, that's why we have many type of spiritualists. Yeah, omo amuye bosom side or ho. Yeah, omo amuye ejuma ungodly way. Me oba me ho say e den say obeka say bia famoja ana bibi say bram fan ejuma.
It's not possible.
It's not possible. That's why I will first ask your name, your date of birth and your what? Your mother's name to detect everything, and then I will get to tell you what to do. Because even God, if you slaughter a cow or let's say goat or let's say a sheep for God, you are doing what? Thanking him for him to bless you. Until say oba me why moja say maybe nipa hu no, it doesn't go.
Wow. You na tan adwuma.
Me ankasa dem wo garu. But me sa wo
garu
tempane. Me wo garu nti me sa oba Accra haso a me wo kasoa but me busy more awu fie because I did not me na fie adwuma.
Eba o busy mo fie say yi
garu
na ye just dey garu.
Oh no.
There was there
Dabi me wo baby but me hear me niama you say you sacrifice ya garu na metabe pa.
Okay.
But me wo kaso ha no so. Nti say o hia me a nti say na me say metime ba na say bia obi ye wo a week a me dey ba.
Okay, until we here no for a time out back out time out we be our problem here to me for and I say about
sabi me problem the most no sabi eta na me kind we have different types of spiritualists. The band says assemblies are na so you Chinese come me pocket note me yes I don't know me yellow to number dabi me know what mostly is then how what is wrong with you. I will have to detect
$400 million and price.
That be me, yes, sir. Me magician. So what must say? In this Oba me nchen then kwan ben na efa so. Na wa ye adwuma nya saska no.
Ye ne be check kakra.
Ye nche.
So we could that goalkeeper kakra.
So
I understand. This is how we are supposed to live. We never say yeah.
Yes.
So me that's a power for your time. Even so for a number ben with my friend.
My number there my number back one am 0242 04 61 31.
Okay.
0242 04 61 31.
That's it. Is there any consulting fee or J? Baby, hear me out.
Say oba me hwa me ka say ye be spiritual division bi.
Divination, okay.
Definition. Nti o niam back me no metoto na me dey sa ade no.
Okay.
Ye wi ansa na my we no spiritual background check no.
Okay.
Sana me ye.
Okay. Me that's it for your time.
Me that's pa
Malam Kweru Oma Kweru.
Yes,
We a guy pa. We do na na member Garu.
Oba Garu temple.
Member hoda. So
odu bokwa obet ma frame.
Oh, ene member me say me call Malam affair is all of interview affair is so boko. We call the hot bram if you help anyone me ko serve say. We call Tamalu baby. I'll come home. I'll come. Charlie, all me chini ti. You be tuka ni akọ. You be call na so, you be call me e siri ma on fa chini. You say Bogatango mo mountain ke see bi ho. Because we call explore what the spirituality of the north. I'll do that one of these days. Madam, that's all bye. Thank you so much. Means next time we'll talk about something different. The healing bebre.
Na me can say. On say audience am hwe no. Everyone is in this world to be beneficial. You have to benefit from each other's. What we are saying here, you might not take it as anything, but someone is somewhere
That is what it
willing
is.
to hear some kind of these discussions that will save him from some stressness. So if you know you can't do anything, you won't take this thing for anything, just share it.
Share for somebody.
For the person to listen or to hear and do what, maybe this thing might save a life.
It is saving lives. It's not
Inshallah.
maybe. It is saving lives.
Yes, so be beneficial.
Share.
And when the person listens
Share.
to this and it saves his life, you will also be blessed.
Share. People are sharing nonsense on the social media platform,
Yes.
but then good content are not shared. Please
Yes,
share it.
yes.
Share it to the last
That's all I
person.
have to say.
Thank you, Madam, for coming.
welcome.
One thing in Ghana, sorry, if you remember to subscribe.
Inshallah.
Good figure for NSO Masani, Nafi Sabah Shema Center. One thing in Ghana, sorry. Bye for now.